Hello, everybody. It is 6 o'clock. It is Monday, and it is the 6 o'clock club. Welcome to tonight's show, tonight's club. I'm flying solo, as you can see. It's good to see the chat box is working. Hiya, Kyle. I can see that you've said there, and I can see that Matt already has shouted hi as well. We've got some stuff to talk about, Matt. Absolutely, later on what is happening on Saturday. I am very, very excited. Um, so I'm hoping you like the new look of the layout and everything. We're working hard to slowly but surely improve everything. I've had a very, very busy week, kind of trying to sort it all out. I hope you're liking the new look of it. Let me know what you think. You can do it in the chat box. You can put it in comments if you're not watching live. So, as usual, on a Monday, we're going to chat about the games that we played last weekend, Friday through to Sunday, and then we're going to look at what's coming up this week, and then we're going to talk about a few special things that are also happening this week. So, without further ado, if the magics happen, we'll talk about Friday's game. Look at that, I've got a visual. Friday was collateral damage. And in this game, we had Ben and Charlotte, we had Michael Stewart, Richard, Ryan, and V. Um, a great game. It's 5th edition D&D. Maybe I should put that information in there as well. 18th level, very, very high level, and they set off to explore the jungles of Cult. They made their way down the river. There was a lot of shenanigans with um, the least wise of the party, not really paying attention to what their guide was telling them, and things happened. They came across a giant skull, and I mean absolutely giant, that had been decorated by a tribe that seemed to like to hunt as a ritualistic sort of practice. They came across a camp that was in ruins, attacked by said tribe, and they went off and dealt with them. They dealt a huge amount of collateral damage to the tribe. Great fun, great set of players, very, very, very good. This is our weekly game, so I will be no doubt talking about it again next Friday. So, with that done, we moved into quite a busy Saturday. Saturday we actually had the 4 games going this Saturday. We first and foremost had Curse of Strahd with Josh, Ian, Matt, Pete, and Ryan. Josh unfortunately couldn't make it, but the other 4 were there. And they are in the end game currently. They are in Strahd's castle. I don't want to give too many spoilers away, but they did very well. They achieved many goals and are making their way towards the final confrontation. I had great fun. It was quite a lot of role playing going on as well, which was um, super good, super good. Um, so that was that game, and then we went to Tomb of Annihilation again. This has got Casper, Gordon, Marcus, and David. Great fun. Again, in the end game, they are so close now to the final confrontation here. It's kind of interesting. Both campaigns started more or less at the same time, both Curse of Strahd and Tomb of Annihilation, and they're both coming to an end more or less at the same time. Um, so yes, again, it was interesting the way that they managed to solve the puzzles. There was kind of something quite horrific that happened. Again, I don't want to give any spoilers out for people that haven't played it yet. If you like a dungeon crawl, I would very much recommend seeking it out. Then we did and this was amazing, our Critical Role Diplomates game, which had Ben and Charlotte, Mel, Doug, and Nathan in. They did very well, kind of making their way to this temple of Mammon, this devil archlord of greed. They dealt with the imp that was summoned and a whole host of methods that had been brought through from the acid-scarred level of hell that Mammon resides in, and it was fairly heroic. They found a lot of loot, and then something happened, and I can't reveal it because I think they want to keep it quiet for the other players that had to leave slightly earlier to find out what had actually happened in. But yes, I was not expecting it. I think most of the other players weren't expecting it. It is just one of those things that happen. A very interesting end to the game. Then we finally managed to continue our Call of Cthulhu game. Great fun. We've got Ian, George, and James in. They progressed the plot. They made some allies. They got an invite to a gala where they're hoping to meet this millionairess that whose brother had died on an expedition a few years earlier, and they are looking into said expedition. Again, it is a published adventure, so I don't want to give too many spoilers. But that was a full 12 hours of gameplay. It was very enjoyable for me anyway, and I hope all the players enjoyed it. And then we came on to Sunday's games. Only one game on Sunday, primarily I think because it was Mother's Day. Normally run more, but this was our Eberron game. Normally set in Sharn, for those of you who know the world setting, 5th edition D&D. But currently, we spoke about it quite a few times in this pyramid. And the plot thickens as they manage to complete a ritual to channel the luck or destiny or fate that is being drained from the individuals in this casino into one of their characters. For good or ill, we will find out what happens this coming Sunday. But they also came across an NPC that had travelled all the way from Faerun. Some of my older players that have played in some of my older campaigns would certainly recognise the name of Von Dumas. Yes, he had been assaulted by some vampires, and they leapt to his aid and gained another ally. Well, they gained a boon from him, and I think where Von Dumas stands, those are two very different things. But incredibly fun, really good to do. I also spent a lot of time on Sunday prepping videos and the like. I've been doing an awful lot of preparation for some actual plays and some videos specifically based around Shadow Dark, which is one of my many obsessions currently. I think it's very good, and we'll come on to that in a minute because we're getting a game of it very soon. Let me know what you think about Shadow Dark. If you've had chance to either download the free quick starter rules, quick start rules from the quick kick starter campaign. They've done incredibly well. From about an 8,500 goal, they've managed to get 750,000, over 750,000 pounds pledged. So It's pushing close towards the $1 million, which is just absolutely incredible. It looks amazing. The artwork is it's that beautiful black and white line art, and it's old school mixed with new school mechanics. Um, we'll be doing an actual play very soon, but as I said, I'll come on to that in a minute. So that was all of the weekend's games. Very, very good. I want to thank all of our players for attending and making my job so awesome. Thank you. Then we don't have anything tonight, just the 6 o'clock club. I like to touch bases with people, let you ask me anything you want to ask. If you've got any questions, shout up in chat. I'm more than happy to digress if there's anything that you want to know. So we move on to tomorrow, which is Tuesday. Tuesday we'll be doing 6 o'clock club again, but we have got Vampire the Masquerade. We've spoken a lot about this. It's a fortnightly game. Obviously, Vampire the Masquerade, the World of Darkness. We've got Andrew, Elsa, Rachel, and Christian in this. We've also got Rich as well, if he can ever make it back. Unfortunately, he's swamped with work at the moment. But I very much hope you can jump in, whether it's tomorrow or in the future. A great player. Yes, they are finally, the jigsaw pieces are finally coming together, and they are beginning to see certain truths. But as is with the work of Darkness, the more questions that get answered, the more questions get asked. It's going to be very interesting to see where they take this information that they've got and what they do with it. Then Wednesday is very interesting. We're running a game, but it's not a game that I've got publicity for at the moment. We're going to be doing a pre-record of Shadow Dark. We've got Brian, Malk, and Felicity that have volunteered for this game, and we're going to pre-record it. In my mind, we're going to do character gen. We're going to do a sort of session 0, and then we're going to start the game, and I might break it down because it's pre-recorded into 3 separate videos, so you can see how characters are generated. You can see how a session 0 is sort of spoken through, and there's not a lot to do with Shadow Dark in a session 0, but it'll be fun to actually record one of those, and then we'll actually play the game as well, so you get a bit of gameplay. Hopefully we can get all of that recorded, and I can get it all edited so we can start releasing those videos from Thursday onwards. It will be set in the smoke as well, so those of you who are getting more and more familiar with my urban environment called the Smoke, where we did the Call of Cthulhu game in. This is obviously an alternate one that is been crafted for Shadow Dark. I'm very, very excited to send there. I've done a couple of videos. You can kind of check them out on in the not in the comments, but on our YouTube channel, about some ideas of how we can make the Smoke more Shadow Darkish. If that's successful and the players enjoy it, we will also do another Tales from the Smoke Shadow Dark 2 weeks on Wednesday, which I believe is the 5th. Yeah, the 5th of April, where we will continue the story. If there's a lot of interest, who knows, it might even be a mini campaign, but we'll see. I'm very excited to do it. Kickstarter's got probably 9-10 days left now, and I very much can't wait to get my hands upon the complete rules, and I'll be able to do a much more larger breakdown of those rules once I have that tome. I call it a tome, obviously it'll be the PDF. So that is Wednesday. Thursday, Thursday is going to be Call of the Netherdeep. This is a pre-written Wizards of the Coast adventure, again set in the world of Critical Role, Exandria. Call of the Netherdeep. It has Jack, Joe, M, James, Michael, and Connor. They managed to negotiate past a couple of very nasty traps which required a large amount of saving throws, but they've descended down now to the lower levels. We will see how they do. I really don't know with this one. They are in a place called Betrayer's Rise, and it is quite a dangerous place. Very much looking forward to see how they handle this. I don't want to give any spoilers away, so I think that is quite possibly as much I will say about this one. Of course, on top of that, we will go back to Friday, which is Collateral Damage again, and they'll be following on their having very, very strict words and throwing hands with this tribe that worship. I think it's Baal, god of murder. Not very nice. Not very nice tribespeople. So we'll see very much how that goes on Friday. Then we move to Saturday again. Saturday's not as busy as last Saturday. We have first and foremost Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Again, the classic mega dungeon now from Wizards of the Coast, and we have Josh, Ian, Jocelyn, Pete, Anand, and Richard in this campaign. They have made their way down to a certain level. They have met Hallister in the last session, and they've kind of gone a little bit AWOL. So I'm going to be very interested to see how they approach this. Don't want to give too many spoilers out, so that's about it really. Then straight after that we have Greyhawk Unbound, which has got John Wayne, Simon, and Alwyn. I love this. It's got an old school feel to it, certainly plot wise. It's 5th edition D&D, but a great set of players, and hopefully this one will fire, and we're going to have a blast as we always do in this. And then it's followed in the evening with Spelljammer Cosmic Rain, which has got Jack, Sky, Cara, Michael, Adam, and Kyle in. Spelljammer 12th level, and they are trying to help this indigenous race, this plant life, sentient plant life, with an emerging threat from a civilization they thought had left this world millennia ago. And they're making their way through the jungles at the moment. I can see that Elsa has jumped in on chat, and it's come up on our chat on screen as well. Hiya, Elsa. And thanks for saying hi, Kyle, as well. I can see you're in chat, Kyle. Are you looking forward to this one? Looking forward to returning? It should be very, very cool. Looking forward to seeing what will happen in Spelljammer. Hopefully no more apes. Yeah, they came across some terrifying four-armed simians, and it was quite an interesting combat, but they dealt with it very good. I can't really say what else is going on, but it's going to be very interesting. But wait till Saturday night and we will do it. But I'm super excited. Then we move to Sunday, and Sunday we've got 2 games. We've got Mythical, that's got Casper, Natasha, Ian, Jack, Marcus, and Anandin. I don't think Ian can make this one on holiday, so it might just be the 5 players instead. As they are making their way through this this sphinx full of very deadly traps, cultists, and they're currently fighting some terrifying undead. So that is, it was a cliffhanger that we ended it on. I am excited for that. And then we return to Eberron that we spoke about just earlier. And that has Jenny, Jocelyn, Rachel, Tony, and Christian in. Michael has said, will be nice to see how the groups continue to work. It was fun last time. Talking about the Spelljammer game, Michael, absolutely. I genuinely think it's a great set of players, great group. It's going to be fun. Um, can't say much more than that, really. In terms of plot, I think you will quite like it. Hopefully, I don't know. We will see. So I mean that's really it. Um, there is a lot. I'm obviously very excited for the Shadow Dark. Um, just actually to play it, to be perfectly honest. But the fact that we're pre-recording it and we're going to edit it and get it out there, so that you can all see it. And I don't know if people are having reservations about it because it feels too old schooly or doesn't feel as glossy as Fifth Ed. But believe me, there is everything there. I am so excited. There's everything there to make a magnificent game out of it, and I'm hoping once we start playing it and getting it out to people, there'll be more and more people that are keen to give it a go. Especially as I'm setting it in the smoke as well, which is, as I say, one of my favourite settings. Um, so that brings me on to the other things. First and foremost, we've got a guest coming on Thursday on the 6 o'clock club. A local to where I am. His name is Gary Powell. Some of you might already know Gary. He's a member of the gaming community, and he's been doing many things, but he's recently got hold of a premises, and he's opening up a um, well, it's called the Leadbout Arena Gaming. I think it's a place you can go, probably purchase items, but also play games. Elsa, yeah, you're aware. You know Gary. He's going to jump on and he's going to tell us all about it. I don't really want to put words in his mouth. I'm super excited to see what it is. I like the logo. The logo looks really cool. Gary is a really nice chap. So it's going to be fun to catch up with him, see what he's been up to in recent times, and find out more details about this Leadvout Arena Gaming. I think it's going to be a place that you can do miniatures and all sorts of other gaming, most likely board gaming and card gaming as well. But it's going to be better to hear it directly from Gary's mouth. So he's coming on at 6 o'clock on Thursday, and you'll be able to hear all about it. Kyle has said I would be interested in giving it a go at some point. I'm assuming you're talking about Shadow Dark there. There's a little bit of a delay on the chat. But speaking about miniatures as well, before we go, I can't help but mention what is happening this Saturday. This Saturday, we have a Kickstarter starting. The Riddle of Rotwood Bog. It's not my Kickstarter or our Kickstarter, but it's a Kickstarter that myself and Matt, who is hopefully in chat at the moment still, have co-wrote together. And it's an adventure and a little bit of setting to facilitate the use of all of these miniatures that you can see here. The miniatures are glorious. The name of the company doing this is Dragon's Forge. I'll be putting the link down in here. I'm assuming most of our community have already sort of clicked on and kind of got yourself prepared for it, and we really, really appreciate that. But if this goes well, if the book sells, if the miniatures sell, who knows, we might get commissioned to do another one. But more importantly, Matt has already run his own Kickstarter with Remnants. Very, very successful that was. We've got this one coming out, and myself and Matt, this is the first step. We are working hard on producing some other things that will be coming out soon. So watch this space, really. Watch this space. The big problem is there's so many shiny things to work on at the moment. It's very exciting. We very much enjoyed our time with the Shiver crew, and Charlie has kind of invited us to look at their open gaming license and maybe do some stuff for Shiver. There is Dragon Forge. There's some projects that hopefully will be trying to do some stuff with that. There's some there's a couple of other projects that we are working on, which is our own products. So it's a very busy time for me. We're pushing together the YouTube. We are pushing our publishing, and I'm also running games for everybody as well. So little to no sleep for me, but I'm enjoying every minute. Absolutely exciting times, Elsa. Absolutely. So Monday is traditionally my day off, but I'm here with you. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. Do we have any sort of final questions about such things, or I will bring today's club to a close here? We've covered last weekend's games. We've covered the things that are happening soon this week, and tomorrow, hopefully, we'll see the return of Christian as well. Tomorrow we'll talk a little bit more about the vampire game. Probably Christian will ask me a little bit more about this Kickstarter. We'll probably talk in a little bit more detail about it. We're still waiting on some of the details to come through from us to us from Dragon's Forge as well. But it's looking very, very exciting. Just seeing that book there is it makes me very, very excited. Okay then, thank you for listening me waffle on about all the things that are happening this week. I hope you found it interesting. I hope you found it useful. But for now, I'm going to wish you all a very lovely Monday night, and you know where I'll be at 6 o'clock tomorrow, right here. Take care and stay safe until then. Bye for now.